Kim Daigle with P&S Transportation comes to us today to talk about retaining drivers. She's really experienced in this because she is the Vice President of HR. How are you doing?
Good.
So let's talk about drivers, retaining the best of the best. How do you do it?
At P&S Transportation, the primary goal for us is keeping drivers engaged. And so we do that through a lot of different methods. One of them is we use a program called predictive analytics. That's one of our favorites for driver retention. And with predictive analytics, we look at the data that the drivers who have quit in the past, that shows why they might have quit. And then we use that to predict future drivers who might quit in the future. And what we do with that is we use that as a targeted training tool for our driver managers. So that driver manager receives that information, says, hey, your drivers might quit, and it might be for a family reason, or it may be for financial reasons. It gives them a few different options of reasons why. And then it kind of tells them, why don't you give them a call and have a conversation with them. Non-transactional, so not a call about the load that they're on or an accident or anything like that. Just call them up and talk to them about their day, about their family, about how they're doing. And we find that this really opens up the relationship between the driver and the driver's manager, or DM as we call it. So the driver and the DM start to have more of these sorts of non-transactional conversations. They learn about each other. And that is one of our favorite tools to use for driver retention.
Give us an example of a real-life scenario of how that's actually worked for you.
We've had one driver who his wife was sick. And he didn't feel like he wanted to tell us that because he felt like it was unprofessional. He's like, I don't want my work stuff. I don't want my home life to affect my work. I don't want to bring that to work with me. But it was affecting his work. And so his wife was ill, and he was about to quit because he needed to take her to the doctor every Wednesday. And Wednesday's the middle of the week. That was never going to work. He knew that. So he's like, I'm going to have to quit. Well, we got him on the phone. Because we have this non-transactional conversation with him, he tells us, oh, yeah, my wife's sick, and this is going on, and so I think I'm going to have to quit because I need to take her to the hospital every Wednesday. Well, now that we have that information, we can work around that. Okay, well, let's figure out if there's something we can do to make this work. And we did, and saved that driver.
And I would think that you would have seen then an improvement in that turnover rate.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It has had an impact on our turnover rate, and a positive impact on our turnover rate.
Sure. How long have you been using the predictive analysis?
It has been, I think, 3 or 4 years that we've been using it.
So you have a good amount of data then that...
We do. We have very good data. We redo our models often to see, because things within business change. Different things predict differently. So we update it every 6 to 12 months just to make sure that we've got that model right.
And I would think that your driver managers have really enjoyed that type of leverage in their field.
Yes.
Dealing with these drivers.
It's been a great opportunity for them just to learn how to become really good managers. I mean, having those kind of conversations, it doesn't really matter what your job is. If you're a manager, having those kinds of open-ended conversations it's really important in the workplace.
And being proactive.
And so it's been very good program.
Kim, this was a very interesting topic, and I know that it's something that weighs heavy on a lot of managers these days, so I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.